Enter and welcome to Rens Red Room on the Head Nerds in Charge Network.
Hello and welcome, guys, to Ren's Red Room. I'm your host, Ren. This is my guest host for today. You can introduce yourself.
Oh, thank you. I'm Fame Black.
Okay. So Fame, what
Yes.
you've been up to so far?
I've been working on some projects coming out. I recently got clearance from SAG-AFTRA to do my movie podcast because I was afraid that I couldn't cover any of the struck work.
Mm-hmm.
But when I was filling out my application and I sent them an email asking like, what can I do as a writer and an actor that's currently on strike? They said that my work would be reviewed as like a film critic, so it's not the same as promoting the movie. So it's going to be a good run. We got a fresh set coming out very soon.
Okay,
Yeah.
That's awesome. I heard you was in Atlantic City recently too.
Yeah.
Oh shit, is that good?
I thought
Can you talk about it? Because you let real good.
I thought we was gonna end with that.
No.
Yeah, because there's some wild stuff happened in AC. We should talk.
You want to talk at the end?
We should talk at the end because it's good stuff.
Oh, okay.
I don't think we should give it away all up front.
Okay, I can't wait.
I just put it like this. Let's be like this to hook people into the end. I went to a strip club called Bear Exposure, and you cannot take your phone in there. You can't. They check your phone at the door.
Oh wow.
And so I'll just leave it there, and then we'll come back to it at the end.
Nice.
So people have something to stay tuned for.
Okay. Well, first topic we wanted to talk about was this Michael Oher. How you pronounce it?
Oher?
Yeah, Oher. The football player who is, the story The Blind Side is based off this man, Michael Oher. And he is trying to get his conservatorship revoked from his, not really, can we say that they're his parents, because he really wasn't legally adopted?
No.
Yeah, so
his legal guardians,
pretty much. So he just said recently he realized back in February that he really wasn't adopted, and that from them having conservatorship over him, they pretty much was his legal guardians, like took care of all the financial business and everything that had to do with this man. And he said he was blindsided by the situation. So yeah, I mean, it's sad, unfortunate that these people made money off him. I don't know how to feel about it, because they did take him in and took care of him on one hand.
To exploit him.
Was it really exploitation?
Yes.
Okay, why you say so?
Oh, all right. How much money do you think that movie made?
Oh, millions.
Right. So he was paid $14,000.
Oh, wow.
Secondly, have you seen the movie?
Yeah, years ago though.
Okay. So in the movie, Sandra Bullock's character playing the white adoptive mom, she teaches Michael Oher how to play football, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that didn't happen. He was already a good football player. He was already in line for scholarships and things. He was that good already before he met that family.
Right.
So why is it retold in a way where this white savior comes in?
Because Hollywood's racist. I mean,
right. So no, it's not okay to take someone in for the purpose of exploiting them. No.
True. Michael said that this movie was very flabbergasted and like he could read and write already, but in the movie they portrayed him as illiterate.
Oh, yeah.
It was so. I can understand his frustration because if it was a movie about my life and they made me look like some crazy black chick and none of this was really my life story, I would have been pissed too. And then only getting $14,000. That
right.
Nah.
For white people to go to the theaters and be like, that's a good thing she did.
And Sandra Bullock did win an Oscar for that.
It's a good thing she did. What such a nice person.
Yeah.
No.
Nah, that's not cool. So in Tennessee court is where he has to go to get his legal earnings that these people pretty much took from him this whole time, and to get the conservatorship revoked. The parents, not the parents, like with the guardians, legal guardians, are pretty much saying, fine, if that's what you want, you're grown, you're 37 years old, you don't want us to take care of your finances no more, fine. That's what they're saying, at least to the media. It's like
why didn't they been do it? He's 30.
Because he never complained until recently.
That's not a reason not to. He didn't know.
Right.
So they didn't tell him. Right. As the grown man.
You're absolutely right. So the lie of Michael's adoption is one upon which the co-conspirators Leanne and Sean have enriched themselves at the expense of this man, Michael. Michael discovered this lie and he is embarrassed. And he figured this out in February of 2023. Over $300 million that was earned from this movie. And you say you only made $14,000.
$14,000.
That's ridiculous. Leanne and Sean, the guardians, are just like upset. And they saying to think we just wanted money after everything we done for him is insulting.
So?
And it's like, okay, but they say it, if you want the conservatorship to end,
that we should have been ended,
I will end it for you.
Now that's what it's public saying. And people will hate on us. Yeah, man,
but even in the movie, they saying that it was a social worker that was already suspicious. Like, this is a tall, grown black man, and he was 18, 17 when they met or so.
I don't know. I didn't see the movie.
He was young. He was his early teens when they all met together, and the social worker was suspicious because he was tall back then, husky, black man with these country white folks. What you want with this kid? Like, what's happening here? It's sad. It's that situation, but they playing it out in Tennessee court, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, they didn't want no smoke, so as soon as it became all public.
Yeah, he's grown. He's an adult, so it's like you can't really have any legal say-so to an adult. Well, then hold up, they can, because Britney Spears is like the same,
and that was fucked up too.
Yeah, so conservatorship is more of a legal rights to you than you're 18, you can do what you want. So they have the right to have all legal guardianship over everything he does up until the conservatorship is severed.
Right.
So yeah, because Britney Spears was going through the same thing. She was grown and her parents was taking her money, telling her you can't do this, telling her you can't do that. So
fucked up.
Yeah. But I mean, I wish them the best of luck with all that. So the other main topic we're going to talk about is why y'all men can have sex and women can't.
Nobody said that.
Oh, y'all make it seem like if a woman has sex, more than one person, it's like, oh, how dare you? You're not allowed to do this. You're not allowed to do that. Why in 2023 we have to still have this conversation?
Yeah, because those are the men that you surround yourself with. See, here's the thing. I hear a lot of men complaining about, oh, women called me sassy because I did this, or women called me sassy because I did that. Why are these women calling me because I'm sassy? I'm a nigga that wear fingernail polish. All right, got my black tips on. I don't hang around women that call me sassy. I get pussy just fine. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's about the circles of the people you are. There are people out here that don't feel that way, that don't slut shame, that don't balance it out like women have to do this and men have to do that. It's a old fashioned, archaic way of thinking and living, and it's just not the world we live in anymore. So people holding on to that, I don't know, they're trying to create order in their life where it is not.
Yeah, with the whole Keke Palmer coming into full circle with her boyfriend feeling like your mother, you shouldn't be dressed and look that way. There's still men with conservative thought mindset, but also have a modern day mindset, which you want a woman to be sexually open to you, but not sexually open to others. But you're not also marrying this girl or dating this girl, but you want this girl to just be for you. But she can't sleep with your best friend, but she can't be with you when, like, it's confusing.
I don't think I want a woman that slept with my best friend.
And why is that?
I don't know. That seems real close. It just seems like, yo, that's my best friend. Like, we can fuck. We're not gonna be together now. Who's to stop you from going back over there? I don't know.
Oh.
Hey, I don't know. That's my best friend. That's a little too close for me. Not like a slut shame thing, but it's like, oh, that's the wrong person. That's just a little too close to home. It's like smashing like a cousin of mine, close cousin of mine. It's like, oh, wow. That's a little too close to home.
Oh my goodness. What's the name? Canetta Rose? What's her name?
Rose.
Keita Rose, yes. So she has her own podcast to talk about different relationship type things. And yeah, this is one of these clips that you can find on Facebook, Instagram, or even her page anywhere, where she's saying men who sleep around cheat on their girlfriend and be like, the excuses, well, I needed a stress reliever, so that's why I cheated on you, but I still love you though. And then she was like, oh, okay, that's fine. I need a stress relief too, so can I get some dick? So hold up. Right. You allowed to do what you do. But if I do it, I'm wrong. I'm a hoe, I'm a slut. You can never be with me. But I'm just allowed to accept that you betrayed our love, our trust.
Yeah.
And
no, you're not supposed to accept it. You're not.
So the question,
you're not supposed to accept this being disrespected like this.
Exactly. It's disrespect regardless.
Yeah, if somebody cheats on you.
Exactly.
Because it's a conversation to be like, hey, I don't feel fulfilled sexually with you. You mind if I step out? And it's another conversation to be like, yes, I do mind if you step out, even though I step out. It would, you know. And I think it's because people tie it into women having more emotional relationships with the people that they have sex with. So it's like, I could fuck. So the mindset is not what I believe, but it's like the mindset of the man is like, I can go fuck this girl and she can mean nothing to me. She's just a toy, just cum dumpster type situation. But if you fuck him, you like him, and there's a chance you could leave me for him. I mean, which is kind of fucked up, is to say like you don't have agency to fuck just because you want to get fucked, which you do.
So, okay, I can say it's some level of truth to that. Women are not biologically programmed just to do that. We are emotional.
But there are women who can do that. There are hoes all over. They don't.
There's women, women that really just have sex without no emotional ties whatsoever.
Hoes have sex all the time. What are you talking about? I'm not, and I don't even mean like hoes like women that have sex. I mean like hoes, like professional hoes. They have sex all the time. They don't have any. Yeah, how many do you think they are?
It's one thing being professional, like she getting paid for it.
Millions though. There's millions of women that are fucking all the time.
Even porn star got boyfriend, girlfriends, and husbands. You know,
right? But they're fucking. But they're not They're not becoming emotionally attached to the people they're fucking. They're fucking a lot of people. They're not only becoming emotionally attached to one. Right?
Difference.
Yeah, it's a job.
But a regular person.
But I'm saying. But you said
constant basis.
You said biologically programmed or predetermined or whatever. So this would be fighting that. This would mean every time that they were professionally in a situation where they would having sex and they couldn't, they would want to form an attachment, but they can't. That's not what's happening, though. There are millions of women who are just like, yeah, get the fuck out. I nutted. Beat it.
But she's getting paid.
Okay, but there are also women who feel like they can just fucking, hey, all right, nigga, get the fuck out. I nutted.
Okay.
So it's not. So the idea that there are men who can't have sex without forming an emotional attachment.
Really, I've never met none. Y'all.
Once again, we've already established you're in the wrong circles because you seem overwhelmed by the idea like, oh, all men think this way, and I'm like,
I'm not.
Yeah, you were like, yo, I
said I never met one. That
right.
doesn't
That's what I'm saying.
There's no exception to the rule.
I'm not saying it doesn't exist. What I'm saying is you seem so overwhelmed by the idea. Like you're saying, I never met one, but we already established earlier that the circles that you're in is what dictates what you hear all the time. The same thing with like Facebook and TikTok and all that. Like people be like, oh my God, all I see is this on Facebook. All I see is this on Twitter. All I see is because the algorithm feeds what you buy into.
Right.
So like, oh damn, all I see is kids getting killed on the news. Or all I see is kids getting killed on this thing. It's like, yeah, because you keep liking it, you keep reading it, you keep doing it. Like I unfollowed the Shade Room, I unfollowed all that shit because it's all just fucking gossips and weird shit, and I don't like it. So I wanted it off my page, so I unfollowed it.
That's true.
And now, like my timeline is way better.
Every time I see Blues Frasier and Kashawn Rock, I hit the block button because I ain't trying to see none of
Yeah, sometimes you gotta block shit. But just like that with people, like people be, I get a lot of flack from men, right? Because I'm like full-time dad. I'm a single dad. Like I have full custody of my oldest, and like. So when people be like, "Oh, my baby mom is crazy. She keeping a kid from me," I'm like, "All right, well, shit. Let's go to court, brother. Let's do it." Like I did it. You do it. And it's because I can't because and I'm like, oh nigga, all I hear is excuses.
Exactly.
And it's like I don't buy into all these baby moms are crazy and keeping
me either.
Right. Me and keeping either. The child. And I bet if my baby mom is out there going, he's crazy. He's keeping my baby from me. Right. He's blah, 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 but I'm not. You know what I'm saying? Right. So it's just like I
never believe a person that says my ex is crazy. I just be like, so what you do to make her crazy? Because I'm sure she wasn't crazy when you was with her, right?
Sometimes you meet crazy people, but like
and date her for 5 years.
But the idea of like my baby mom is so super controlling over this situation. It's like because she has something over you,
right?
Like so, yeah. It was like you don't want to take her to court because she's gonna reveal them videos of you beating her or whatever. I don't know, but like. But like, so a lot of men just start to ignore me because I will call them out but that's me changing my circle though. I'm blocking them out. I'm telling them I'm not going to talk to you about this until we talk about going to court and getting your custody. If she's keeping your kid from you, if she's mistreating this kid, we got to get that. We not even like fuck you, nigga. We owe it to this kid to get it out. And it's like obviously that's not the case though.
If you really wanted your kid that bad, you would do anything to get your kid. And they want to make an excuse, well, the courts favor the woman more. No, the courts favor if you can prove that you're a better fit. You never went to court, so how do you know this?
There's actually a high percentage of the men who file for the custody of their kid usually will receive. Not like full custody, but like when you filing for half custody, the percentage of men who do, the success rate is extremely high.
Right. I mean,
because a lot of people, it's just not filing. It's like $130. Go who's watching this? Go file for your kids. Go stop telling people your baby mom keeping them from you. It's bullshit. I don't believe you. And even if it's true, go to court. Go.
Right. I mean, I agree with that because even though my baby father and we cool. We don't really have nothing really legal on paper, but we still had to go to court for this conversation topic. But we was both like, we don't care. We're going to do what's best for our child. Yeah. Period. It doesn't matter.
That's cool.
Yeah. So we don't have none of that drama. But for the people who be out there explaining, oh, my baby father ain't shit, my baby mama ain't shit. What happened though? Because y'all was both shit together at one point. So what happened that now he ain't shit, you ain't shit, everybody ain't shit, and y'all got to do all this? Nah, we don't do that over here. I just don't, because it's just. I believe in projection. That projection leads to your kid's projection as well. That's just what I believe. But yeah, I mean, just give it a try. If you really, really, really want your kid that bad, just go to the court system. I know it's annoying, but the ending result, it will be better than anything. or figure out how y'all can just be at peace, not war, and have a conversation without legal shit happening. But back to the main topic is this whole slut shaming shit that is men capable of having one wife, one girlfriend? Yes. Is it a possibility?
Yes, absolutely.
How can you say that with your record?
It's not for everybody. But like, if I was committed to a woman, that would be who I was committed to. I don't think I would need to step out of a relationship if I was in one.
You never cheated?
I've cheated a bunch. But like, I've been in relationships where I've cheated. I've also been in relationships where I've been faithful. So it's all about choices. But also, like, I'm at an age now where commitment means more to me. So committing to somebody now, yeah, I could be faithful to that person. There's many of this. Like I said, there's men out here who can't have sex without forming an emotional attachment. These are probably loyal men who only need one woman. There's men who are madly in love with one woman. Yeah, there's plenty of men who out here who will be loyal and faithful to one woman.
Okay. So where do you think the form of attachment comes from? Because there's men that will sleep with a girl on a regular basis, but don't claim her as a girlfriend, but gets upset as soon as this girl steps out to somebody else. Because then he's like, why are you sleeping with other people? Am I not good enough? But then you be not in a relationship, but then you want the benefits of the relationship. What make it make sense?
So I think there's two wrongs happening there. I think one, there's not enough conversations about like, hey, listen, I like you. I like fucking you. I don't know if I want to be a boyfriend because maybe I want to fuck some other bitches, but I like what we got going on. I want to continue. And then, so that's a missing conversation from those kind of interactions. And then there's a missing conversation from the woman of like, hey, I do like you. I do like fucking with you. But I also want to do this or see this guy, or I want to go out on a date that you don't take me on or whatever, and be like, and I want to do that with this guy. I know that we're not in it. I don't owe it to you to do this, but because I fucks with you, I should tell you because I know that this might upset you. This might affect you. Because if I end up with this dude, then I obviously have to shut you out. So this could affect you in some way. So I'll let you get first say in what's exactly about to happen.
That's such a mature conversation, but it's a lot of people who are, I don't understand, they don't know how to articulate that, or they just afraid of the response from the other person. Oh, it's the afraid.
I mean, it's all that. People don't think that they should have to explain themselves. Here's the thing, this is what I learned, because I'm autistic, right? So I'm really bad at like social cues and like passive aggressiveness. People will like be mean to me in a passive aggressive, sarcastic way, and I just be like, "Oh, thank you." Oh, like I don't, and not like I'm not even trying to be a smart ass. Like I don't register that they're trying to be mean to me. So I realized that in a lot of the neurotypical world, people who don't have autism or ADHD or anything like that, they kind of communicate in ways that are very passive aggressive or nuanced or subtle that you have to pick up on. There's not a lot of direct communication. So, yeah, a lot of things get misconstrued. A lot of things get lost in the crossfire and stuff like that.
And that's so stupid because it's so simple just to have a conversation. If you can't articulate what you want, don't be mad when I'm out here on a date or with somebody else and you ask me, yeah, can you hang out? I said, no, I'm on a date. It's like, oh, okay. Then I'm just like, okay, click. And then you mad, you at home stirring the pot, walking back and forth, pacing like, why she with another person?
But
right, what?
I get that, but I also it's just like, damn, you, because this is what the interpretation is like, damn, you know, I've been fucking with you, you know, I've been coming over for X amount of weeks or whatever, you know, we've been fucking with each other for this amount of time, and before you went on a date, I know, like, it's like you register like, damn, I don't ever take her on a date, but it's like before you went on a date, you didn't even tell me you was dating. You didn't tell me you like. No,
but if you fucking, because you just fucking. Why I gotta take you?
Once again, it's like, but this is the maturity of the situation, right? Because yeah, you can be thinking, I don't owe you shit because we're not in a relationship and blah blah blah. But it's like you would tell a friend of yours something that could affect them.
True.
Like if you live near your friend and you were like, yo, I'm thinking about moving or something like that, you would tell your friend, like, oh, I'm thinking about moving before you even start looking for a place. So they can be like, oh, don't move, or oh, we should move together, whatever their input is, because this is somebody you respect. And it's just like we don't treat enough of the people that we're fucking with respect.
Exactly. Listen, I don't play games. If I'm fucking you on a regular basis, it's something that's listen, you're not getting respect from me. I'm sorry. It's even we in a relationship or we're not. Period. If we just fucking and we just on that tip, you don't respect me. You don't even respect me enough to be girlfriend, be like have a title.
That has nothing to do with respect.
I feel like if I'm just a fuck cum dumpster, that's not respectful. So I'm not respectful.
But you're making it weird. Why would you allow yourself to be like that and like it?
I don't know. I'm just
saying.
Right.
So
this is why I don't be bothered.
But I'm saying you can have a relationship that literally is all lust and somebody that you're just fucking, but you can still respect them when it comes to things that will affect them. You can still treat them with respect. There's
a man in the old country where nothing but goats and lust know that goat just because it's a goat and it's the only thing there. So I don't listen. I just don't trust a man's instinct because you find something attractive means something. I mean, there's a man married to a goat. Some fuckwhere in this world. Okay. So it's like y'all be so lustful over every damn thing. It's like, what am I? You attracted to me? That's interesting. And what does that mean? Like, so that's just me. That's just my thought process. You want respect. We have to have a conversation. It has to be more than just sex.
How are you fucking people you don't respect?
I'm not fucking nobody. I'm chilling.
So the scenario that you're making up makes no sense.
Okay, let me put it in this form.
Sure.
If we just agree to be sex, did you see what is it with Justin Timberlake and Amina Kunis? No. You didn't see that? Just Friends? No. Okay, so they had a straight up agreement that we just want to have sex, no feelings at all whatsoever. But they was fucking for months. Yeah. So of course feelings got involved. You've been fucking months straight. Okay. So when she went on a date, he got upset. Jealousy started occurring.
Right.
Because we just fucking.
Because nobody said, "Hey, I might have feelings for you." Nobody was mature enough to be like, "Hey, I might have feelings for you." After all the time fucking.
True, but
made a move.
But did she respect? They've been friends forever, fucking forever. Did she respect even say, "Listen, I'm going on a date"?
No, she didn't respect him. He didn't respect her.
Okay, so why should she respect?
Because you see how that leads to better outcomes, right? Like you see why we should be respectful. If we see how that hour-long movie or whatever the fuck it was gets cut down to 10 minutes when they just, oh hey. By the way, I'm going on a date. Oh, actually, that bothers me because I think I have feelings for you. Oh, then maybe we should date. Oh, in the movie. Justin Timberlake and Mila Kunis together.
Yeah, that would be a better, healthier movie.
Right.
No.
I mean, obviously, it wouldn't do well at the box office. But it's a more healthy story.
But people just be passive aggressive with it, like, oh,
right. Okay, well, that all needs to stop. People who watch this podcast, you should stop being passive aggressive. You should just talk to people straight up. And like, who cares if they're like, oh, you know what, fuck you. It's like, all right, cool. This wasn't gonna go very far anyway. Sometimes, and look, what's the biggest risk? You lose like your best eater. That's a risk. But it's worth it for your respect. Don't let people disrespect you out here.
It's too many men I be seeing posts on Facebook like, yeah, she gets the best head in my whole entire life. Oh, so you about to marry that girl?
People are too generous with the title. People be bigging up people's heads too much with all.
Of course. It's like every man always tells me, oh, I got the best dick ever. You sure? Because that's what the last man said. So y'all both can't have the best dick ever. Like somebody lying somewhere. I got the best head game. Oh, I'm sure. That's what the last one said too. And he was my ass. All right. You know. Y'all hype too much. Y'all hype y'all shit up way too much. Like, how about y'all not talk? And let the girl experience it, and let her give you an A+, a B-, let her a C+.
I don't do a lot of this men versus women nonsense, right? but I can't tell you how many women. Every woman got WAP. Every woman got Get the fuck out of my face. Every woman got that wet. Every woman got that super soaker. Every woman got that Gawk 3000. No.
The God.
No, not everyone. Most don't. Yeah.
Yo.
Yeah.
If I ever see a woman that's I got that wet. Oh, you need to go to the doctor, honey. Why is it always wet? Like, why is it always wet though? Like, what's happening?
Actually, I did know a girl like that.
Oh God. You want to tell?
That shit was fire. No, there's nothing to tell. She was just, no, literally, like, just.
She was wet all the time.
Like, I dated her for like a year and a half, and I mean, every time I reached down, or sometimes she, like in the beginning of, when things are fun and spicy in the beginning of a relationship, she would just like text me pictures and be like, "Oh, look, me at work," and it'd be like a little like wet stain on the front. Wow. Yeah, she was a fucking yeah. She was wet. Was
she a squirter?
No, she wasn't a squirter, but it was like wet. Wait, hold on. I don't watch the show. How often does this show get this X-rated?
All the time.
Okay, all right, cool. All right, no, cool. All right, cool. It's like, this is all right. I just want to make sure we're not acting out of character.
No. I be cussing like a sailor.
No, I'm not talking about cussing. I'm talking about
my other friend Chris. He be talking about him having Chinese food, and he's not talking about actual Chinese food.
Oh, okay. All right. Like I said, as long as we're not acting out of character, I don't want this to be like, oh, this is the fucking sex episode. Yeah. Okay,
so why should I respect somebody I'm just fucking?
I just told you why. What do you mean? I just showed you why that leads to a better relationship between you and that person. You're allowed, like, because no matter what they say, you know where to go from there, right? If they say, no, I have feelings for you, it's like, all right, well, should we date? Should we go on a date? Or they're like, hey, that really bothers me, but I still want to fuck around. It's like, all right, well, I can't really fuck with that. Like, it puts you in a better position.
But that's the issue. Because it's like how you disconnect. You want me to disconnect feelings, but connect feelings at the same time. Because I'm going to, if I care that I might hurt your feelings, that means I have feelings for you.
No. Like I said, you would do this to a friend, somebody you respect. You would say, yo, yeah, I have information that may affect you.
But you can sleep with a person not really be friends.
Right. Okay. Why are you sleeping with people you don't respect enough to tell the truth?
Bored.
That's a dumb, whatever the reason is, you're stupid. You're losing. Don't fuck with people that you don't respect. That's weird. That's why everybody ends up in these bad situations. You don't respect them. They don't respect you. Y'all don't have a conversation. Next thing you know, you got all these weird breakups, all this slut shaming, all this weird. Oh, men are like this, women are like this, because everybody's hurt and broken and they don't know how to talk to each other. That's weird.
I totally agree. I just think people are afraid because not everyone's intelligent enough to even articulate. And it's weird because it's like, we're grown, like we're adults. Like, say what you want. And then it's like, you will go after what you want the most, correct? Like, if you wanted that job, aren't you going to put in the application? Aren't you going to wait for that phone call? Aren't you going to go to that interview? You got to take the tetanus shot. You got to take the physical. You got to give them all documents, the paperwork.
No, not necessarily. Not everybody. Most people don't go for what they really want in out of life.
Oh, that's sad.
It is sad, but that's the case. Most people don't.
That's very sad because I go for everything I want. If I want it, I'm going to go for it. If I get shut down, then it is what it is. Move on to the next thing. That's just me. Okay. I guess I got ambition.
Sure.
Annoying. I'll be having some funny people on my show all the time. Yo, it's just like,
I ain't doing it. I'm not sure. I agree with you.
Oh my goodness gracious. Okay, so yeah. What would be a healthy way to ask for sex for a person? Like, if a person's trying to just fuck you, how would a person be capable of fucking
you? What? I'm confused at the question.
If I wanted to just fuck you, how does that work?
It's different for you. I already know you. Yeah. If a stranger comes to me, that process is completely different.
What's the process?
For a stranger? Mm-hmm. They gotta be cool. They gotta pass my cool test. They gotta pass my vibe check. There's a lot of shit there. There's a lot of stuff I say to people to see how they're reacting, what they say, that decides whether or not I'm gonna spend any time with them. Mm-hmm. And obviously there has to be some sort of – physical attraction. And then I don't know, I have opportunity.
Oh, that is that.
I mean, I'm not a like. Here's the thing: passing my vibe check is really hard. Once you pass the vibe check, it basically ends.
Okay.
Once you pass the vibe check, basically you can get the dick. But passing the vibe check is really hard because I'm really selective, picky. I don't like a lot of things.
I feel you on that. I only got 2 friends. That's why I'd be like, fucking, we just friends. Nah, because I use friends. Seriously, I don't use it loosely. I can't say I have 50 friends because I don't.
Nah, I use friend loosely.
Nah, I can't.
But like
friends is something like you said, I can trust you. I respect you. We can talk on a regular basis. If we don't talk on a regular basis, then how can I consider you a friend? I just can't have feelings and not feelings at the same time. I got feelings or
I talk to my friends every day.
That's cool.
Like even like what you would consider a friend, like a close friend. I don't talk to my friends.
Okay.
So I don't think that's an indicator of strength of friendship.
Okay. But you say you use friends loosely, though.
But I just said your definition of friend, people who I would consider close friends. Mm-hmm. I don't talk to them every day. So I don't think that's a good indicator of strength of friendship because we are close friends.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. So this is where people because I had a friend who was like attracted to this girl. He made it sound like she was the beautifulest girl in the whole wide world. And I'm just like, okay. So what was the mission here? He's like, I want to date her, but she don't like it that I have a wife. I told her I have a wife and all this, and she wasn't cool with it.
Okay.
And I said, well, you gotta respect her not being cool with it. Yeah. It's like, I don't understand why people don't want to have sex with me. And it's like, bro, wait, not everyone's poly. Okay. No. You gotta respect people might see that as drama.
Yeah.
So
or they just don't like you.
So what you trying to say?
What?
You saying a woman would just take the risk?
No, I said or they just don't like you. Like they don't want to fuck you regardless if you have a wife or not. If you were single, they still wouldn't fuck you. There's a lot of that.
Okay. But there's a lot of women that would take that risk though. And not even be poly. They would just take the risk.
Depends on the man.
Depends on the man. So
but a lot, there's a lot of people lying about being married.
Sure.
Men and women.
Or be in a relationship.
Oh yeah, men and women. Mm-hmm. Or the status of their relationship. I met a woman recently who told me that she lives with her baby dad, but they're not together. And I'm like, shut the fuck up.
So you didn't believe her, or
no, I don't believe her.
But do you think is it true or not?
Doesn't matter. You're in a house with that man, so I'm not coming over. Right. And then it's like, not that some people have a weird ass fear that like, oh, they're still fucking. I don't care about that. But it's just like, you're not in a position for me to date you or get in serious with you because you still live there with you. Like all that baggage is there.
True.
All that unfinished business is there. I'm not part of it. So why would I get involved?
That's true. That don't make sense. If a man said that to me, like I'm still live with my baby mom, but we're not together. I'm like, so why don't you have your own place?
I mean, listen, the economy is hard out here. It's hard to have money for your own place and things.
It's not that hard. Like it's not. I get it. It's hard, but what y'all plan on living together forever? Am I supposed to move in with you? Like, what's happening?
Nah, and I agree with that. And sometimes the length of time that y'all been split apart does matter. But I will say it takes like $6,000 to move into a new place nowadays. So it's crazy. It's pretty weird.
That's crazy.
But there's healthy ways to do that too. Like here's the thing. I once was in a situation with a woman where she invited me over, and I was a little mad that she didn't tell me ahead of time. But she told me she was divorced, and I went over there, and her husband still lived there. Mm-hmm. But he came down, and we shook hands. And we talked, and he was there, and we got drinks, and we were telling stories and stuff. And he was like, "All right, you two crazy kids, have fun." And went up, yeah. So I was like, "Oh, like." y'all are good. Like y'all are good. So it's like that was fine.
Right.
I wish she had told me beforehand that he still lived there.
So she didn't even tell you?
Like, no, she didn't tell me that. She told me that she was divorced. She told me that her and her husband.
But that's weird.
She told me her and her husband, ex-husband, was still good friends. She just didn't tell me he still lived there.
No,
but it was weird. It wasn't like I wouldn't have known if, like, when I came in, they were all in the living room. So I'm like, oh, okay, what's up? Like, oh yeah, I want you to meet my ex-husband. So it was all very cool.
I don't like that. You're not about to throw me off guard. That's like somebody saying we about to have sex. I'm like, ooh, I'll be over. Then next thing I know, it's a girl just.
That's a completely different thing.
That's a completely different thing. Interesting. That would throw me completely off guard. And like, what am I supposed to do in this situation?
That's a completely different thing.
I don't like being thrown off guard things because I wouldn't know how to react.
No, I don't like to be. Obviously, I don't like to be thrown off guard with those things either. But it wasn't that big a deal.
Well, I mean, yeah, it didn't sound bad. I mean, if he was that cool with it,
yeah, it was fine.
Yeah. So, yeah, that like marriage is something different, especially if kids involved. Was kids involved?
No, they didn't have any kids.
Oh, so they were just living together.
Yeah,
interesting. Because usually, if kids involved, I can understand you don't want to mess up the family dynamic.
That's stupid. Don't do that. Don't stay together for the kids. That's dumb.
Don't say that.
It is.
Don't say that.
It is.
Don't.
It's more harmful to grow up in a house with no love in it.
But as long as y'all can be cordial.
No. Don't.
You just explain a real cordial.
Don't stay together for the kids. No, don't stay together for the kids.
Oh my God.
Don't, like, you can be broken up in the house, but don't be sleeping in the same bedroom acting like y'all still together for the kids. Your kids don't give a shit. Your kids will understand. Stop acting like that.
You don't know that. Stupid. You don't know how kids.
No, yes, I absolutely do. Kids are the most understanding people there are. No, don't do that. It's fucking stupid.
Oh my God.
Kids don't know any better. You teach them what it is.
Okay.
So yeah, you teach them what is normal. You teach them what is right and wrong. So you be like, look, this is the situation. Daddy and mommy are split up. We don't get along. It is what it is. Daddy sleeps in the den now. Mommy sleeps in the bedroom. We're not together, but we're still here for y'all. That's a different situation.
Okay.
Than a house with no love in it.
Okay.
And people forced to stay together because they hate it, but they hate each other. That's fucked up. Yeah. No, don't do that. Don't stay together for the kids.
So what I really wanted to ask is there's too many men that just really honestly believe they can't have one woman. So if you dated a girl since she was 16 years old up till you're 30, you think you would never step out of that relationship whatsoever? I
know a person that's only had one partner and they're married now and they have 2 children and he's my age, so he'll be 33, 34 if he's not 34 already this year.
And never stepped out?
He's never had sex with anybody else. He's never.
Oh, that's sweet.
And not like they were dating the whole time. They broke up when he went to college. They broke up for a short amount of time because they was having problems, but they always found each other again. And she's the only one that he's been with, and he's the only one that she's been with.
Oh, he lying. No, I'm just playing. That's sweet. That's sweet. But it just know it's always going to be a rare occasion because sometimes I do believe men are not really capable of just having one woman. But then I also
it's a circle you hang with.
No, you're absolutely right. It's a circle. You just have to find people with your same energy, honestly.
Yeah, I'm sure. Like I'm sure there's like groups of faithful men that like get together and talk about how much they love their wives. I'm sure that exists. I don't think it's a rarity. I think it's just like it might be unpopular,
right?
But also, I think the idea of opportunity is what makes a lot of people cheat, not just men, but people. Because like I think about times I've cheated, it's always some people get a whole second boyfriend, second girlfriend. That's weird, and then don't tell that person either that they're really. That's fucking weird. That's just you have narcissistic tendencies when you do shit like that. But like. I've been in states traveling, countries traveling. I'm never gonna see this person again.
Okay.
So like the opportunity, I've never fucked a German girl before, and here in Germany, I don't know when I'm coming back to Germany. I'm certainly never gonna see this woman again. So like, yeah, we got a girlfriend back in the States, but that's like 4,000 miles away. Like that barely counts. So like that shit like that
barely counts.
And like, or like, hey, this woman's and these are all real. This woman's a porn star. I've seen her. I've seen her in real movies and shit. I've had video cassettes with her on it. I'm definitely fucking her.
And she just let you?
What do you mean let me? It was opportunity. We was in her apartment, and she was aggressive. But yeah, I had a girlfriend at the time. I was like, fuck that.
And you didn't do it?
I did do it. Oh. Yeah, I said fuck that. Yes, I did. Opportunity.
I had a dude from London that came to me with the same proposition. I was like, no, I'm good. But thank you though. Like
there's a joke. I'm not gonna say the person who does the joke because I don't respect him, but there's a joke that men are not traditionally just offered pussy for no reason. Mm-hmm. And women are offered dick so many times throughout the day for no reason at all, except for the fact that they're a woman. And so the idea opportunity is different. There's just like
okay.
Like a normal day for you is like go outside, you see like a male neighbor down the hall, and he's like, "Oh yeah, good morning, neighbor." He's like, "Morning, you want some dick?" Like yeah. Like,
it's literally that easy.
Yeah, right. And then like you go outside and like you see like people in the in the courtyard. It's like, yeah, hey, and good morning, you want some dick? And the way that women offer pussy, it doesn't go like that.
Right.
So the idea of opportunity, I think, is why a lot of men cheat. They see that they have an opportunity to do something. And I mean, even if they are sexually fulfilled at home, I think the opportunity to do something new or different, and especially like I'm never gonna see this person again, or there's the once in a lifetime opportunity. I've always wanted to fuck Janet, the secretary at the office party. We're both really drunk.
That's interesting. That makes some sort of sense.
I don't think that's a majority of people.
Of course not.
Like
but
that.
Some men
talk about.
Make every logical excuse to why they cheat. It's even you wasn't eating my ass. I found a girl that eated my ass. I was stressed at work. I just needed stress relief. I was egotistical. I just wanted to use my power and ego I wanted to fuck this girl. She said yes, so I did.
People said these things to you?
Yes.
Wow.
So men...
At least that one is like a confession of how fucked up they are. I'm egotistical and I need to like manipulate people. That one at least is honest.
Yeah. And
the other ones are excuses. That one's honest.
I mean, what you said, yeah. Since it's harder for men to get laid. I guess if the opportunity came upon to get laid, they're not going to say no.
I mean, but also, I want to break this idea. Mm-hmm. Just because you can get offered dick 100 times a day, mm-hmm. all 100 of them could be bad. Yeah. All 100 of them could be one at the most important, right? All 100 could be bad fucks. Yeah. Right. So that like, because I see a lot of men get out like, oh, well, women can have dick anytime they want. It's like, but it don't mean we do it. Yeah. It's like also, it's like, yeah, if you pay for like Tinder Gold or something, if you match with everyone in that match with you, it's like you'd be like, oh, I'll pass on that.
Listen, the many times a woman gets, I'll say me, many times I get offered sex is ridiculous. And it's like, okay, I have a vibrator. Not saying a vibrator is better than dick, but which one is less stressful? Okay? Like, so if I have to have my fingers numb for a while, at least it's quiet. That's just my thought. I'd rather have the peace and quiet.
It's distinctly not quiet. It's a
buzz. Oh, that's helps me sleep. It's so soothing.
I do get that.
Just think about it. Just
like a nut before bed.
Yes, it's the best.
And say without having to like.
And a little wine or a drink after.
Oh. All right, calm down.
I'm sorry.
Bring it down.
Oh my goodness! Just
Reel that shit in.
Shoot, just have a peaceful moment.
I need you to dry it up.
Anyway, any freaking way. I think I'm gonna leave it at that. Do you want to tell your story with the?
Oh, okay, all right. So, I went to this place. Too much headroom. Oh, this doesn't sit because you broke it.
Shut up.
You need to put something behind it.
Too much headroom. What you mean, like that?
Yeah, it's
okay.
Oh yeah, all right, that'll work. All right, so I went to Atlantic City.
Mm-hmm.
All the other details are unimportant, but I ended up going to this strip club at 2, like 1. No, it's important. 1:45 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
And the strip club closed at 3. So here's the thing: it was a Wednesday night, so not all the strip clubs in Atlantic City are open. It's only just one. Well, actually, it's 2, but one was, I think, a gay strip club or like a peep show type situation. I don't think it was a strip club.
Okay.
But anyway, I went to Bear Exposure, so they was like, you gotta, it was like $40 to get in. Dang. But they take your phone, so I was like, oh shit, this is serious. Mm-hmm. Go in, and I say there's about 35 girls. They're all butt naked.
Oh wow!
Like no outfits, nothing. Everybody butt naked. Mm. So anyway, get into the club. I'm sitting around, hanging out. This girl came over. She was like, "Oh yeah, have you ever been here?" I said, "No." I said, "Oh." She was like, "Oh, you're just in time. You're about to see the show." So, "Oh, bet."
Okay.
She's like, "It's going to start at 2:00." I said, "Bet." They say it's 1:45. Bet this is going to be great. So, we're waiting, throwing some money on some of the girls performing, whatever. 2:00. Everybody get off the stage. It's time for the hot seat. The hot seat. Oh shit, this is crazy. He's like, yeah, Kyle, come up to the stage. Kyle. So this is dude from the audience, right? He comes up, he's like, hey, what's up, y'all? It's me, Kyle, whatever. And they're like, all right, put him in the hot seat. And they pull up this big lounge chair. It's got 2 big armrests on it. And he's sitting on the chair. And these 2 women, completely naked, he's like, oh, the more money you throw, the crazier his dance will be. So I'm like, oh, it's about to be fun, little thing. So they start to dance or whatever. And it just looks regular, she's like dancing, the other girl. And the other girl stands on both of the armrests, facing out, and grabs his head and rams it into her ass.
Wow.
Yeah, just bang, just shoving it in there like she's wiping with his face.
Okay.
So I'm like, God damn, that's personal. So anyway,
he's smelling yesterday's lunch and everything. Huh?
Right. Yeah, I'm sure she's good. But yeah. So that's happening, and then they're dancing around some more, and the other girl, she like takes his hands and puts it on her titties, and the other girl that's standing off to the side lifts up his shirt while this is happening, and then fucking takes like this fucking belt and whips him in the chest.
Oh God. What?
So he starts freaking out. He's like, ah. Because I guess he never been here before neither. Whips him in the hard. You heard it.
Was he white?
Yeah, it was the white guy.
Oh.
Whipped him hard. So he's like, shit. So he's covering up. And you hear the DJ on the thing. Stop moving. Move your hands. What the fuck? Man up. So like, he sits there and does like this, whatever.
Wow.
And they lift up his shirt again. They whip him like 3 more times. I'm like, damn, this
is for Harriet Tubman. This is for Rosa Parks.
I don't know why it became a racial thing. It was 2 white girls beating a white dude. It was
all okay.
Yeah, you made him black. I didn't do this. You made him black. So they whip him 3 times in the chest. Then one of the girls, 2 girls. So one of the girls comes above the chair and like slides down him, right? So like that, yeah, like titties in his face, then like pussy in his face, like slides down him, right? And that's cool until she gets to the end, and she literally kicks her feet like a dolphin kick right into his stomach. So she like slides down and like goes all the way to the floor, like puts her hands on the floor and then fucking kicks off right in this. Like this nigga's getting his ass beat.
This at a strip.
Yes. This is why you can't take your phone.
Yo.
This is why you can't take your phone.
You getting beat the fuck.
Because this could be you. And you don't want nobody to record this shit happening to you.
Yo.
So
I'm dying, yo. What?
They put a dog collar on him and pull him down off the chair. The other one girl gets on him while the other girl walks him around the chair on all fours, and she's riding him like cowgirl or whatever.
And he didn't know none of this was happening.
No,
he wasn't a part of the show.
No,
Lord Jesus Christ.
So I mean, Kyle's boys, it's raining money. Kyle's boys are like, hey, fuck you up. Because like while she's riding him, she's whipping him. She got the thing. She's like, it's very. He's taking an ass. Speaking of which,
he better be sued because the girl be like, "What the fuck is that on your fucking chest? Like, what is this? Why you got bruises? Like, what?"
I told you not to go to bare exposure. So wait, they get back around from the chair from the dog walking, and they pick him up, and they like the girl sexy like unbutton his pants, you know. I'm like, oh okay. They whooped his ass because they're gonna like jerk him off on stage or something. I was like, oh, this is gonna get crazy, like because they started undoing his pants and started pulling him down. I'm like, oh man, like this is why you can't have your phone in here. So they undo his pants, they pull it down like halfway, and then they're like, and then the one girl takes his head and pushes it into the chair. So now he got his ass like towards the crowd.
Whoa.
Right, but it's not his bare ass. He got his underwear on. They just took his pants down. He got his underwear on. The one girl, she got her hand on his head, like forcing him into the couch.
Atlanta strip club would never. Okay, just saying. Atlanta strip clubs would never.
Got his head into the couch. Takes her other hand, pulls his underwear up like a wedgie.
Yo.
The second girl grabs it from the bottom and tears his shit.
I would sue everybody. Sorry.
Tears his underwear.
Everybody being sued. Like, the fuck is going on?
My man is trying to cover his ass, cover his balls. It's like he's listen, I wouldn't give a fuck. Like, look, it is
that a girl beating you up, ripping your underwear.
I was waiting for me to get called.
Lord.
I was waiting for me.
Okay.
Not like I'm into that, but it
felt like you into
I know, I understand that. But to explain myself, it's more like, oh, that would have been a fun experience to have. So yeah, they ripped this man's underwear off. And then they're like, ready? 3, 2, 1. And they just start whipping this man's ass, bare ass. Because they ripped his underwear off. And they go like, I think they go to 10 or whatever. Like, but they're alternating. Both girls are 1, another girl 2, 3, yeah. And
yeah.
Then he gets his shirt. It says, I got beat up by a girl at bare exposure. That's
what they do with white strip clubs.
I would like to believe that he got like a free lap dance or like a blowjob or something after all of that. Because that looked like it hurt.
Yo, getting beat up when all you get is a t-shirt.
For free. Oh, and maybe he got to keep that money.
Yeah, because you getting paid to be humiliated.
Yeah.
And all you get is a free t-shirt. Maybe they're not getting that money back. You ever seen a stripper get money back?
Maybe he gets a third of that money. Because
it's
2 girls and him.
So you think they give them change? Like, oh, you gave me a $50, here's $2.
They tally up the total and be like, oh, we made $1,400 off your hotspot. So here's X amount for you, X amount for me.
Nah.
Yeah, so that was Atlantic City.
Okay.
Bare exposure for you. Everybody should go and check that out.
I'm glad I did not go.
Why? We had a good time.
And I couldn't record on that now. Yeah, but that's it for tonight. I appreciate everyone.
You gotta record everything.
No, I had to record all that. Like
it's a story you tell, not a story you show.
It will be remembered for me forever.
Going back next week.
I'm going. Thanks everyone tuning in for Ren's Red Room. Thank you to my co-host Fame. And I'll talk to y'all next time. I'm done.